So again, we are enjoying Mandala flow today, Mandala being the sacred symbol of the universe, meaning circle. And maybe you've enjoyed during this time of social distancing and isolation some of the free Mandala coloring pages that the Washington Post has been putting out. There are also lots of free pages available for you to download online. That's another way for you to sort of be absorbed in this idea of the balance of the world and how things kind of come around, go around, all the cycles that are part of the universal way. So we're going to start any kind of comfortable seat for you. Root down through the sit bones, lift up nice and tall through your spine. Take a big breath in. Let a breath go. Sinking the shoulders nice and heavy away from the ears. If it's comfortable for you to close the eyes, invite them to close. Otherwise, have a fixed gaze somewhere on the floor. Invite your spine to elongate, to rise, to invite more space for the breath without feeling stiff. Allow the arms to hang softly by your side. Relax your face. Feel your presence. Notice the physical sensations under you, around you, and within you. A reading by Victoria Erickson. Be less interested in defining yourself as one thing and more interested in your glorious complexities. So as we move in unique ways today, maybe you start to notice some of your complexities within your body or within your mind. Be present for yourself during practice. And I invite you now in your mind's eye to bring a visual of a circle. One continuous stream of light and flow, no beginning and no end. It is eternal. And at some point at the bottom of the circle, imagine your breath beginning. And as you inhale, breathe your way 1/2 up and around to the top of the circle. And when you are ready to exhale, make your way around the other side of the circle, closing the loop. When you're ready to begin again, inhale up one side of the circle and exhale around the other side to complete that universal symbol of infinity. And continue to breathe in this way, visualizing the circle, bringing to light the wholeness and the completeness of the universe, the continuity, the flow. Take 2 more breaths. Maybe your circle begins to widen, becoming broader as your breath becomes more easy and fuller. And as the breath continues to flow effortlessly, start to bring to mind your intention for the practice. What has inspired your presence today? What centering thought will keep you inspired and connected? Let's take 3 shared breaths together. Allow the breaths to be cleansing. Allow them to be really filled with abundance. Take a big breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, release. Big breath in. Full breath out. Last one, inhale. Let everything go. Cleansing your way into a fresh start. With the lips sealed, come back to that beautiful, abundant breath that you began the practice with. Start to dip your chin toward your chest. Allow your ear to drift, or your ear to drift toward your shoulder, and then tip your head back. Moving in one direction with these head circles to awaken the energy in the cervical spine. Nice and slowly so that you can acknowledge any feelings or sensations in the neck. Begin to move in the other direction. Taking your time, moving super slowly so that nothing escapes your awareness. Once you bring the head into neutral, start to move into the shoulders, big circles into the shoulders. You can even exaggerate by inviting the arms into the flow. Maybe you start to articulate the spine a little bit, creating space between the vertebrae. And then move in the opposite direction, creating those big circles with the arms and the shoulders. Moving with your breath. Nice. And then bring yourself into stillness. We're going to extend the legs out in front of us. Find your rooting to keep the sit bones connected to the earth. Sit up nice and tall through the spine. And then draw your left knee in toward your chest. Root the left foot down next to your right thigh. Your left hand will come behind you. Right arm reaches up to the sky. And as you exhale, find your spinal twist. So we always begin by reaching to remind us to lengthen into the spinal axis before we start to rotate or find any other kind of movement in the spine. It begins with stretching the spine long. Big breath in. Full breath out. Draw the navel into the spine. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. One more big breath. And twist deeper. From here, release the twist. We're going to open up both legs, coming into a wide-legged stance, going lengthwise on your mat. Take a big breath in as you externally rotate your thighs and reach the chest forward. So scoop the pelvis back as you tip the head forward. You can have the hands on the legs. Maybe they come down to the earth. Big breath in. Full breath out. Keeping the spine long. One more inhale. And release. Come back into a nice tall spine. Bend the right knee. Bring it over to plant the right foot next to the left thigh. Take a big breath in with that left arm. Root the right hand behind you and twist. Twist over the right shoulder. Lifting on the inhale, rotating on each exhale. Your gaze can float over the right shoulder, or the gaze can be internal if the eyes choose to be closed. Big breath in. Full breath out. One more inhale. And release back to center. Keep that right leg bent as it is. We're going to swing the left leg behind us, coming back into a wide-legged fold, just facing the other direction. Sorry, my back is to you. I'm trying to really work that mandala theme today. So sit up nice and tall. Your hands, once again, can be on the knees or on the thighs. As you inhale, draw the heart forward. And as you exhale, round the spine a little bit, tucking your chin to your chest. Inhale, sit up, round back, draw the shoulder blades together. And exhale, find a little rounding and tucking. 2 more. Think about a seated cat-cow. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. From here, bend your right leg. Bring the foot next to your right thigh, but open up that right hip. So like a tree leg. We're going to extend through the side body. So your left arm reaches inside of the left leg. Right arm reaches up and over toward the left toes. Inhale, rise just a little bit. And exhale, reach a little further. One more breath to get settled. Inhale to rise just a tad. And exhale, reach. Settle right here. Opening up through the right side body. Keep spinning the right ribs open so you're not collapsing here. It's not a forward fold. It's a lateral fold. So hinging into that left hip. One more big breath. And as you let it go, we're going to keep spinning on the sit bones. Bring both feet together back to the front of the mat in your Baddha Konasana. Working into the articulation of the spine again. As you inhale, open the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades together. As you exhale, round, let the palms connect. Inhale, open the heart. And exhale. 2 more. Big breath in. And a full breath out. Last one. And release. Beautiful. Come back to your neutral spine. We're going to this time extend the right leg so that your left foot is kissing the right thigh for our lateral flexion. So your right arm just melts inside of the right leg. Left arm reaches high and over. Inhale, lift just a little, create some space. And exhale, melt. Last one, big breath in. And settle right here. Maybe you have a bind. Keep drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Keep extending through the crown of the head. Breathe into that left side body. One more big breath. Beautiful. Then start to come up. We're going to bring both legs back to the front, cross the ankles, make your way into a table position. So once you arrive in your table, just assess the comfort of the knees, and if needed, offer a little padding by folding through the middle of the mat, or invite a blanket or a towel onto your mat to help cushion your knees. Press the earth away with the knees and the palms. The arms grow long, thighs grow nice and firm as they hug onto the bones. And as you inhale, drop the belly, heart floats through your biceps for your cow pose. Exhale, press the earth away even more, round the spine into your cat pose. Inhale, drop the belly. And exhale, lifting and rounding. Really feel the engagement as the lower abs draw up and in right there. Your Uddiyana Bandha. Squeeze that energy lock. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Breathe in. And let the breath go. On the inhale, find your stability once again through 4 points. And then extend your right leg back with the foot flexed, toe pointing down. On the next breath, step the right foot between the hands, maybe even beyond the hands because your hips are starting to open, and sink down into your lunge. I forgot to mention I'm wearing my favorite Mandala pants. These are from Namaste Fit Life, and they do have little mandalas all over them, so I love them. All right, so inhale, reach up, open your heart, and as you exhale, shift back into your half split, rocking onto your right heel. Inhale, low lunge, sink into the hips, open through the heart. Exhale, come onto your half split. 2 more, big breath in, and a full breath out. Last one, breathe, and release. We're gonna rise back up and start to pivot on your left knee, extending your right leg out to the side now so that the outer edge of your right foot is rooted into the mat. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, reach over to your right. Inhale back to center. Reach over to your left, keeping stability. So keeping the thighs and the glutes really firm here. Exhale. Inhale. Right here as you exhale, cartwheel those hands over to your left side, coming into that balancing table with the right leg still lifted. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend the right leg, maybe even kick it up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, big breath in. And as you exhale, this time step the right foot outside of your right pinky, coming into a little lizard lunge. You can keep your both palms down or just your left palm down. Maybe the right hand goes to open up the right hip. Maybe you move that right hip back and forth. Invite whatever sensation, whatever movement, whatever stretch feels really good to you right now. Offering deep breath right into that space. Take 1 more breath. And then extend your right leg behind you. Bring the knee down. Come into a child's pose. And as you rest in your child's pose, walk your hands forward. Root down through the palms. Notice the third eye as it connects. That is your center of intuition. That's what guides you on and off the mat to make choices. What's best for you? What feels right? Take a big breath in. Let the breath go. 1 more inhale. And release. We're going to come back through table position and we'll work our way back on the other side. So as you inhale, extend the left leg back nice and strong. Exhale, step the left foot between or beyond the hands so you rise up into your comfortable lunge. And right here, just a small adjustment. Think about drawing the right hip forward, left hip back so that the hips are squared. Take a big breath in as you lift the heart. Exhale into your half split. Bow down over your thigh. Inhale, lift up, sink a little deeper. Exhale, rock back. 2 more, you've got it. Inhale and exhale. Last one, breathe in and breathe out. As you come back up, rotate your right heel behind you, spinning on your knee. Again, that's where you may want to invite some comfort under the knee. Extend your left leg out to the side. If you flex the foot so that the outer edge is parallel, you get a little bit more sensation. But if it's more comfortable for you to come on the left heel, do what you need to do. Take a big breath in. Exhale, crescent over to the extended leg. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, maintaining balance by contracting into the lower abs, into the glutes, into the thighs. Big breath in. Full breath out. Right here, we're going to cartwheel those hands down. Extend that left leg behind you into your three-legged table. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend, maybe lift the heel if the knee is bent. And exhale to round. 2 more. Move with your breath. No faster. We're in no rush. We want to feel everything. We want to notice and stay connected to every sensation in the body. This time, inhale, lift that leg. As you exhale, step it up outside of the left pinky, creating a little space in the hips in a lizard lunge. So once again, lots of options. You can come down onto your forearms. You can keep that left knee hugged in or start to flare it open. I like to always get a little bit of movement here. Take another breath. Nice. And then extend that left leg back. Draw the knees together. Take a child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Invite your intention back into your mind and heart with the next breath. Share it out into the world. On the next inhale, we're going to make our way to downward facing dog. So slowly start to invite the hips up toward the sky, the heels down toward the earth. You can bend the knees and straighten them or pedal out or take any movement that feels intuitive as you get settled into this inversion. Maybe you shake a little bit. And once you're settled, find your space here. Find your connection. Find the breath, because the breath changes when we get upside down. We have to reacclimate our breath pattern. So take time to settle into that. Take one more breath. Beautiful. Look to the front of the mat. Take some slow steps, feet to hands. As you rise up, reach up, gaze up, open up. Exhale, bow down. Halfway lift, flat back. And fold. Let's do that twice more. Inhale, press into the earth as the fingertips reach for the sky. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, nice flat back. And bow down. Last one, big breath in. Invite that sun energy to awaken and energize you. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, flat back. And fold. Stay folded. Take opposite elbows. Start to sway a little bit from side to side. Let everything hang. Yeah, you guys look so good. Just hang heavy. Let all your troubles, all your fears, all your worries drip off your shoulders, melt away from your face. Just let it go right here. On the next inhale, release the bind. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, plant the hands, step back to your high plank. From high plank, release the knees and bend the elbows as they point back toward your heels, hugging the ribs, chaturanga. Inhale, peel the heart up. Feel the opening of the heart through the chest. Draw the shoulders down and back. This is your cobra. Take one more breath. And then start to curl the toes, rooting into the earth, lifting through that Uddiyana Bandha again, back to downward facing dog. Your Uddiyana Bandha is your energy lock in your lower abs. You contract your abs. You can control that space just by engaging. It helps stabilize through your spine, through your core. It helps you balance. Take one more big breath and let it go. On the inhale, right leg rises, three-legged dog. As you exhale, step the right foot through. We're going to rise up into a high crescent lunge. As you inhale, start to float down into a fold. So it's like a triangle pose. That's not what I meant. Pyramid pose is what I meant. But you have your left heel lifted. If you can't make it all the way to the earth, that's totally fine. Just be where you are. Invite this big stretch into the right side hamstring. Take another big breath. As you inhale, we're going to bend the knee, rise back up into a high crescent lunge, and then I can always say peel or melt the left heel down. I think I'm saying spill because I'm saying heel. Peel, melt the left heel down, come into a nice wide-legged stance. Take a big breath in, exhale just halfway, getting back into those hammies. Inhale, lift up, exhale halfway. So draw the lower abs in once again, nice flat back, strong spine. Inhale, exhale. You guys look amazing. Beautiful. Inhale, back up. And we're going to spin now, lifting the right heel, coming into our high crescent lunge to the front or to the other side, left side leads. Take a big breath in as you fold, straighten that left leg, bow down. So once again, be cognizant of the hips. If you feel that the left hip is going forward and the right hip is drawing back, draw a little bit more attention and energy into that right hip, bringing it forward. And I say to straighten the front leg, but you know to always stay safe. And if you need to micro bend, then be where you need to be. You'll know when you feel the strong sensation. So breathe into it. Take one more big breath. And then slowly rise, bending deep into that left knee, back into your high crescent lunge. Take a big inhale. Exhale, float the hands down. Step back to your high plank. From high plank, lower down, chaturanga. You can have the knees up or down. Float the heart up and away from the earth. Maybe thighs lift as well for upward facing dog. Using your strong core and hips, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. Let the breath go. On the inhale, right leg rises, same side, right leg high, three-legged dog. Step the right foot between the hands, rise into high crescent lunge. This time we're going to fly. We're going to start to float into our warrior three. So reach the arms forward. We don't want to lift that left hip. We want to keep the left hip squared with the right. Just lift through the leg. Think about stabilizing the hip, lifting the leg. Long through the spine. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, release the foot back down. And we're going to open up into that wide-legged stance once again. 5-pointed star. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, crescent over to the left side. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, crescent to the right. Inhale, one more on each side, taking time to stretch through the hips and the obliques and the shoulder. Move with breath. Nice. Come back up to center. Swivel till you find your high crescent lunge to the front. Left foot in front. Take a big breath. Stabilize and start to fly, warrior three. If today doesn't feel like your day to balance, you can root through the right toes and just find extension in the spine, or feel free to hang onto a wall. So once again, draw the right hip slightly down, draw the right leg slightly up. Squeeze and breathe. Take one more big breath. And release down, back to high crescent lunge. As you exhale, frame the foot, step back, high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Open the heart up, cobra or upward facing dog. Back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Big breath in. Full breath out. We made our way around the mat several times already. Notice if you're beginning to shift your perspective. Are you beginning to shake loose some of your neural habits that keep you in a rut? Maybe you're inspired to do things a little differently today. Take a big breath in. Let a breath go. On the inhale, left leg rises, three-legged dog. As you exhale, step the left foot through. Rise to your high crescent lunge. Hands to the heart, reach forward. We're going to twist to the left here. Hook that left elbow. Create some space as you lengthen the spine and then twist. And maybe, just maybe, if you would like, I know it's not Friday when we normally do our party poses. It's Monday, but why not shake it up a little bit? If you want to shift into that left foot with the twist, raise your leg. Come into that warrior three again. What? Yes. Carry the energy of yes today. One more big breath. Beautiful. Release that right foot down. We're going to open up, back up into our high crescent lunge, and then find warrior two to the opposite direction. So the right foot leads you to warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended. Last one. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down to frame the front foot. Step back to high plank. Lower down chaturanga. Open the heart. Back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Let a breath go. Inhale. And exhale. On the inhale, left leg rises. Step through, rise to high crescent lunge. Take a big breath in. Let a breath go. We're going to spin open into a high crescent. We're just doing things really wacky today. Just roll with it, all right? Not high crescent. We're opening back up into a five-pointed star. Take a big breath in and exhale, fold. My purpose of the practice today is work you around the mat and to get you out of thinking about what may come next and just be present for what happens. Big breath in, full breath out. One more inhale and release. We're going to start to shift around to the front of the mat. The right leg leads. We're going to rise up into a high crescent lunge. From high crescent, bring hands to heart, reach and extend forward, twist to the right. Hook your left elbow outside of the right knee. Create space by drawing the navel in. Maybe if you want, you can shift into that right foot, lift the left leg, kicking through that left heel. If there's a wall there, use it if you need it. Take a breath in. Beautiful. If you're lifted lower, come back up into your high crescent. Open up to warrior two. Left side leads. Inhale, flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended. Last one, big breath in. And as you exhale, cartwheel the hands to frame the front foot. Step back to high plank. Lower down chaturanga. Lift and open the heart. Back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Breathe in. Breathe out. Every time you breathe in, think about lifting the hips and the tailbone a little higher to the sky. And every time you breathe out, melt the heels a little deeper. Breathe. On the next inhale, look to the front of the mat, bend the knees, take a little hop, feet to hands. And I say front of the mat, it could be the back of the mat, wherever you're facing, lift up. Try not to think about it. Exhale, chair pose. Remember, we're not defining ourselves. So why define the mat? Let's enjoy the glorious complexities today. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, settle chair pose. Inhale, back up. And sink into chair pose. Bring your right arm under your left arm. Squeezing the arms together. And then lift your right leg and wrap it over your left leg, coming into an eagle bind. Take a big breath in. Let a breath go. Take one more inhale. Lift the elbows up and away from the face. And release. Keep the arm bind. We're going to unwrap that right leg, sending it back for a bound warrior 3. Big breath in. Full breath out. One more inhale. And then release the right foot down. Unwind, open back up into a nice 5-pointed star. From 5-pointed star, melt down into a fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, bow. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And surrender. Walk your hands around to the right foot. Frame the foot, step back to high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, open the heart. Back to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Trying to snap out of planning for what comes next and just let it be. Look to the front of the mat. Step or hop feet to hands. Toe mounds touch. Rise, Utkatasana. Inhale, straighten the legs, hands to heart. Exhale, sink deeper, chair pose. Inhale, rise. Exhale, surrender. One more, big breath in. And sink. Beautiful, right here. Left arm wraps under right, palms connect. Shift into the right foot as the left leg wraps up and over, eagle pose. This pose is filled with courage. Allow it to be filled with presence too and breath. Squeezing everything into the midline. Take another breath. Press into the right foot, unweave the left, bound warrior 3. Big breath in. Full breath out. One more breath. Release the left foot. Unwind the arms. Open back up into a wide-legged stance. This time, interlace your fingers behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Feel the heart lifting to the sky. Soften the shoulders down the back. Lengthen through your neck. One more big breath. Right here, we're going to fold halfway and then bend into your left knee. Find a skandasana over to the left, keeping that arm bind. Or let the arms go if you need to help support your balance here. Flex into that right foot. Once again, externally rotating into that right hip. One more breath. Lift back up. Press into that left foot. Skandasana over to the right. Shoulders are soft away from the ears. Gaze is downward. Heart is open. One more big breath. Beautiful. Come back into center. Allow yourself to fold all the way down. Maybe the crown of the head reaches the earth. If you're working on your tripod headstand, this is a nice time to enter it. Just be really mindful that you're supporting your cervical spine by pressing deep into the earth, engaging into the belly as the legs rise. Otherwise, stay upside down, shake the head, flutter the lips for 2 more breaths. And release. We're going to walk around to frame the front foot, step back to high plank, and take a flow. We're going to do a little warrior flow, making our mandala around the mat. So when you're ready, right leg rises. As you exhale, step through, rise to high crescent lunge. Release the left heel down, warrior two. Inhale, straight arms and legs. Find warrior two to the other side of the mat. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, step back to high plank, lower down and flow. Taking your time through each shape. Give it full breath, maybe several breaths if it feels good in the body. On the inhale, right leg rises again, same side. Step the right foot through, high crescent. From high crescent, melt the left heel down. Inhale, back up to five pointed. Find warrior two to the other side. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands. Step back, high to low plank. Take your flow. Back to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now we reverse direction. We reverse our thinking. We bring a fresh beginner's mind so that anything is possible. Inhale, left leg rises. Step through, root down, rise up, high crescent. Melt the right heel down, open the hips, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, warrior two to the other side. Inhale, flip, reverse the warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands, step back, high plank. With control, elbows to ribs, lower down, chaturanga. Floating the heart, lifting the hips. Breathe in, breathe out. Left leg rises once again with control. Step through, warrior two. So rise up, high crescent, melt the heel down, warrior two. Straighten arms and legs. Warrior two, right leg leads. Inhale, flip and reverse. Stay grounded in those hips. Exhale, frame the front foot, step back, lower down, open your heart, release the knees, child's pose. So what are you noticing about yourself? Where is your mind? How is the breath keeping up with the pace of your flow? Are you enjoying all of your glorious complexities? Feel the heartbeat. Welcome your intention back into your mind as it sets a framework for your thinking. It inspires each movement, holds you accountable for staying present. Take two more rich breaths in and out. In and out. Nice. From our child's pose, we're going to lift back through table position and then come onto our hips. Swing those legs around. We're going to come into a nice boat pose. So boat is working to encourage length in the spine, draw that Uddiyana Bandha and that energy in that lower abs, draw it in, draw the heart forward. Arms can be rooted to the legs or released. Start to rock back into the sit bones. Maybe you lift the legs. You can straighten the legs if it's comfortable for you. It doesn't really work for me. I always seem to collapse, so I keep them right where it's safe for me. Take a big breath in and start to lower just a little bit. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, just lower a little bit. Right where you feel the, kind of that twitching in the abs. But make sure it's still sustainable to breathe. That's important. And lower. Nice. Come back up. Bring your hands together and just tap your right elbow to the right. Back to center. Tap left to left. Back to center. One more on each side. Keep your muscles nice and firm as they hug onto the bones. That keeps you stable. Rise on up. Release the edges of the feet. We're going to fold over in our Baddha Konasana. So allow the spine to round a little bit as the head tips down toward the toes. Take a big breath and feel that expansion of the ribs in the back body. And release. Big breath in. Full breath out. Start to rise back up to center. We're going to swing that left leg open again, coming into a wide-legged forward fold or wide-legged seat for starters. You can either take a traditional fold or with a toe bind, or you can turn this into Karmasana, which is turtle pose. If you take your arms, and you can bring a slight bend into the knees, just lifting the knees from the earth. Bring your arms and slide them underneath those knee creases, palms down, and start to, again, tip the pelvis back as you reach the crown of the head forward, looking to press your chest toward the earth. This is a great one to invite a pillow or a bolster in so that you can rest your chest right on that bolster or pillow. It's a pretty intense stretch, so be present for what you're noticing. This is Karmasana. 2 more breaths. Keep externally rotating into those legs. And then start to release. Woo! Make your way back up. Swing your right leg over to meet your left this time. Arrive back in your boat pose. One more round. Sit up nice and tall through the spine. Modify as you need. Amplify as you want. Lift the legs if you're lifting. Take a big breath in. Lower down. Inhale, draw in the knees. Exhale, press them away. 2 more, nice and slow, very present. Last one. Come back up to your high boat, hands behind the head. We're going to tap the right knee to the right elbow to the left knee this time, and come back into center. Left elbow to right knee. Back to center. Keep the spine nice and long. Right to left. And center. And left to right. And center. Nice. Take a big breath in. And bring those feet together and round Baddha Konasana. Tuck your chin to your chest to give the cervical spine a nice stretch as well. And slowly start to rise back up. Extend your right leg, swing your left leg around. One last chance to make our way around the mat into that wide-legged shape. Take a big breath in. This time, maybe interlacing your hands behind your back. Lifting as you inhale, bowing down as you exhale. Lift up and bow down. Keep trying to tilt the pelvis back as the heart reaches forward. One more. And bow down. Maybe the fists come up and away from the back. Maybe they stay rooted. Maybe you don't have the bind at all. Two more deep breaths. Let the breaths nourish your hips here. As you come back up, release the bind. We're going to take a side body stretch. Starting on the right side, right arm reaches in, left arm up and over. Remembering to spin the ribs so that we're lifting rather than collapsing. On the next breath, cartwheel over to that side body extension on the left side. And come back into center. Swing your right leg around to meet the left. Make your way down onto your back with your hands on your knees. Draw some little circles with your knees, working your way into the hips. Maybe you rock from side to side on the back. And once you arrive on your back, there's so many options for final stretches, for final shapes. I'd like you to explore whatever it is you need. So maybe if it's more hip opening, you can bring the feet together, knees open into a Supta Baddha Konasana. Or if it's a relaxation response, you can lift the legs into your legs up the wall. If you want something a little bit more active to continue stretching into your abs and your lower core, you can take some bridge poses. But start to make your way for about 10 breaths into any shapes that feel good to you. I'm going to come up and see what everyone's doing. Yeah, I see some legs up the wall. I see some bridge. I see some spouses just walking around, checking out what's going on. Yeah, happy laughing baby, Laura. That looks so delicious. Nice. Kathleen's got her legs up the wall. Lisa, I see your toes. Oh, Lee's using the wall. If you have a wall, make your legs up the wall truly work for you. Use the wall. Great idea. Take about 3 more breaths. And as we start to find our way into our final rest, if you are in a supported legs up the wall and that feels like the perfect shape for you right now, feel free to stay there. Your final resting shape doesn't have to be corpse pose. It can be any shape that feels effortless and sustainable for our final moments of meditation and reflection. So when you're ready, start to find that shape in your body, whatever it looks like or feels like for you. Take a big breath in. Exhale, let it go. One more big breath. And fully release. Release control. Release expectation. Just melt into this moment. Start to invite into your mind's eye an image of a mandala. Imagine its complexity. Imagine any little shapes within. Envision it in your favorite color. And let that be your focal point as I read to you from Melody Beattie, Awaken to the World Around You. There is a universe outside your door, waiting to touch you, soothe you, heal you. There is an entire world out there waiting to help you open your heart and nurture your soul. The universe wants to teach you things, show you things, help you come more alive than you've ever been before. Open your eyes, open your senses, open your heart. Walk out your door and look around. You'll be shown, you'll be guided. Your heart will lead you to what you need. Listen, look, feel. You are connected to the universe. Let the universe bring you all the healing you need. Let the universe bring you alive. When you awaken to the world around you, you awaken to yourself. So let that inspire you to see the world with fresh new eyes today, where you see yourself with a beginner's mind as well, making no assumptions or judgments, just being present for your glorious complexities, your creativity, your courage. Show up for yourself and just notice what magic unfolds. Start to bring more attention into the breath and invite some movements to awaken the physical body. Reach the arms and legs in opposite directions. Take up some space. Feel your presence. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, draw your knees in towards your chest and settle in onto one side. This fetal position is the position of new beginnings. This is the beginning of the rest of your life. Let it be filled with wonder, discoveries, and joy. Slowly start to make your way up to a seated position. Press the palms together in front of the heart, Anjali Mudra. Take a big breath in. Let it all go. Thank you for practicing with us today. The love and the light in me honors the love and the light that shine so radiantly in each of you. Namaste. So thank you once again for joining us for our morning practice. It is always a delight to see you, and I thank the Energy Club in Shirlington for sponsoring today's flow. Just a few notes. I will be, sorry, let me just do a little click